Welcome to Multiply Team Building in a Virtual World. My name is Nancy Borgia, and I will be your host for today's workshop. If you knew what I knew, you'd be just as excited as I am to get started. But before we do, I want to answer some questions that you might already have. First, the answer is yes. Yes, this is being recorded and you will have access to today's replay following today's workshop. So you'll be able to watch the replay. We encourage you to take notes in the way that you love the most. Have your favorite notebook ready, or maybe you printed off our Rise Up conference notepad, or maybe screenshots are your favorite. Whatever works for you, keep in mind that you will receive the exact slides and notes from today's training in a workshop recap email shortly after this week. So you'll want to be present while we take care of the rest. Trust me, you want to be present for this. As we go along, you can type questions that you might have in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer the most popular questions at the end of the presentation. So now, today's trainer is from Ontario, Canada, and she is a vice president sales leader who started her Norwex business more than 5 years ago. Her team has literally exploded in the last year, and we can't wait for you to hear exactly how she did it. Today, you're going to get an inside look on how to grow your team virtually at your parties, using your VIP group, and how to create a culture of team building so your team is doing just that. Get ready to learn, get ready to be inspired, and get ready to rise up with Vice President Sales Leader, Megan Schramm.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Nancy, and thank you for asking me to lead this workshop. I am so honored to be sharing with you all today. So as Nancy mentioned, I'm Megan Schramm, Vice President Sales Leader. I live in Waterdown, Ontario with my husband, Andrew, and our 3 young kids. I joined Norwex almost 6 years ago, exclusively for the discount. I had no intentions of running a business, let alone growing a team, and yet here we are today. So I'm very passionate about team building right now, and I'm very intentional to bring it to every aspect of my business. So during this workshop, as Nancy mentioned, I'm going to highlight 3 main areas of my business where I focus on team building specifically. So that's at the party, in my VIP group, and by creating a team building culture. So let's start with at the party. So you need to be intentional when you're recruiting, or you need to be intentional about recruiting at your party. This is where you're going to plant the seeds in people's heads to think about maybe this might be a good job for them. Maybe this is something they'd like to do. So various points throughout your party, you're going to be planting these little seeds. So I do 4 main things during my party to do that. Number 1, I start off every single party sharing my story. This is to try and make myself relatable so that I have the chance to reach out to people and that they can they can then relate to me and focus on thinking of maybe they are going to do this as well in their for their life. So share why you are relatable. Number 1, regardless of what you're doing, live videos, pre-recorded videos, images, whatever you're doing, it's important that people see you specifically and relate to you. And the first thing that I do every single time when I start my parties is I introduce myself and I introduce my why. So why did I join Norwex in the first place? And what do I love most about my job? I want to make sure that people are knowing that I'm choosing to do Norwex above any other job. So this is what I do at every single party. This is how I start it. Hi, everyone. I'm Megan. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. I am so excited to share Norwex with you. I live in Waterdown, Ontario with my husband and my 3 young kids. I was previously a social worker, but when I tried to go back to my job after my mat leave, I tried to go back part-time. They said, no, full-time or nothing. So I quit. I quit my entire career, which I'd gone to school for so long and trained so hard to be. I knew that I didn't want to be without my daughter. I was not ready to put her in full-time care. So I quit, and I didn't know what was going to happen in the future. But then I found Norwex. I fell in love with the products. I wanted all the Norwex, and I wanted it at the cheapest way I could get them. But when I learned that the cheapest way to get them was to become a consultant, I said, sign me up. So I just wanted to stock up my house and my immediate family. But like you and the hostess who brought you here tonight, they want you guys to learn about Norwex, and I want my network to learn about Norwex. I don't want them using harsh chemicals. So I said, okay, I'll do one party, just like these ladies are doing here tonight. And from there, 4 of my girlfriends said that they wanted to do parties. So I was like, okay, let's see what happens. So from there, guys, that's where my business took off. That's where I could really see the bigger picture of how Norwex could really be a significant income producer in our family. So from there, guys, now I choose to sell Norwex above any other job, and I truly believe it is the best job that anyone can have. And that's what I say at the beginning of every single party. So they know why I've joined and why I continue to do this. So your focus on what Norwex has done for you is exactly that. It's your focus. You need to focus on what Norwex has brought for you and share that, because it all depends. For me, it's it's the flexibility that I can work Norwex around my family life. For others, it might be the income that they can get. It might be the free products. It might be the discount. It really just depends on your specific situation, but that's what you want to share. That's what's going to be relatable to people. That's what's going to resonate to them. Number 2, during your party, you want to drop recruiting seeds during your party. So regardless of the way you're doing your party, again, whether it's live parties, whether it's pre-recorded videos, whether it's images, you need to identify what products are included in the starter kit when you're talking about them. So for me, I do live parties. And I always start off every single party talking about the Safe Haven 5, then I go to the mop and the rubber brush. So this is exactly how I talk about it, because I talk about the mop and how you can get it in 3 different ways, and I want to share with you exactly what I said. So I've just shared with you about the mop. Guess what, my friends? It is one of the most popular products that Norwex has, and everybody wants that mop. So there are 3 ways I'm going to share with you that you can get the mop tonight. Number 1, you can buy it outright as a buying guest here tonight. You're going to love your mop, I promise. It has a 2-year warranty on all the parts and pieces. It is worth every single penny. Number 2, you can host your own party, just like our hostesses are doing here tonight. And every single month, our hostesses get a percentage of sales back in free product. So you can either apply that money towards your mop and get it for free that way, or get it at a significant discount. Or number 3, my favorite reason is you can join my team. So my friends, Norwex is in so much demand. Everybody needs Norwex in their life. And you know what, my friends? Not only is that mop system included in the standard starter kit, but so is the rubber brush I just showed you. So is the EnviroCloth, window cloth, dust mitt, cleaning paste, and laundry detergent. Plus the next product I'm going to show you. You can get all those products sent to your door for $9.99 plus tax. Then I will provide you with personal coaching on how you don't have to pay $1 more, and you will earn your starter kit for free and see if Norwex is a good fit for you and your family. So if any of that appeals to you, or any of this that you see here tonight appeals to you, I would love to share with you some information that you can read over and see if it's a good fit for you and your family. So that's how I talk about the mop. Every single party, that's how I drop the seeds. This also then shows people that if they choose to join your team, they're not going to be left alone. You're going to be there to coach them, to help them to earn their kit for free. If you made mistakes during your party, and it happens all the time, I'd say every single party I do, something happens. And you know what, guys? Just laugh about it. Be relatable. So if you mess up your words, if you stumble, if something falls, I say, you know what's amazing about Norwex? There's no interviews. They don't even ask to see a resume. They just let anyone join. So you can do this job too. Make yourself human, because that's what's going to relate to people, and that's what's going to make people feel like, okay, I can do this too. Number 3, at checkout, continue to build the relationship. So every single customer that orders through my parties, I have a personal chat with them. I compliment the products they bought. I share how it's such an exciting time for Norwex right now, and I offer the business opportunity. Again, this is exactly what I say. Hi, Amanda. I just want to say thank you so much for participating in Julie's Norwex party tonight. You are going to love those products that you chose. It is such an exciting time for Norwex right now. Have you ever considered becoming a consultant? I would love to send you some information to read over and see if it's a good fit for you and your family. What do you think? Would you like to hear some more? If they say no, then I offer to do a party for them. I say not a problem at all. Would you be interested in hosting your own party, just like Julie did tonight, and have the chance to earn free Norwex as well? If they still say no, sounds good. If you ever change your mind, I would love to do a party for you or share with you a little more information about that business opportunity. In the meantime, don't forget to add yourself to my customer VIP. Here's the link to it. You want to make sure that you are including the link to that customer VIP group. I provide product education. We have tons of fun. You definitely want to be in that group. So as you can see, the full service checkout is where I talk about how if they've ever considered becoming a consultant, would they be interested in hosting their own party like their friend did? And just if no, sounds good, remember to add yourself to the VIP group. And in that VIP group is where you're going to continue to build the relationship, plant more seeds, and maybe at some point down the road, people will be ready for it. Maybe not now, but as we all know, no's don't mean forever. They just mean right now. Number 4, the day after the live party, you're going to keep those recruiting seeds being posted. So again, I do a live party. So the day after the live party, here's what I do. I always play the ask me about my job game. But what I do in this is when I say, if you ask 20 questions, if there are 20 questions listed here, I will do a draw for a $20 Norwex shopping spree. So the idea behind that is that I have 20 people who are curious about my job. People love asking questions about your job. They are really curious about how much money you make or how many trips you've been on or what kind of hours you work, all that good stuff. So as soon as I have that list of people who've asked questions, I am sending each of them a private message to ask if they want to have any more information about the business opportunity. As soon as some people ask multiple questions, that means they're probably even more interested. So that's an even better lead to make sure that you're following up on. In terms of what to send them, Norwex has provided us with a really great FAQ Google form that has all the answers to the commonly asked questions. You're going to send, you can send them the link to that, and then they can get all their questions answered, and you can follow up with them in 24 hours and see if they have any other questions that weren't addressed in the form. Where you're going to find the form is on the Norwex resource. So you go under training and then team building, and then you'll find this joining Norwex FAQ there. It's an amazing resource and so easy to use. So I also like to introduce my party guests to some team members on my team. And we like to make short videos because it shows people's personalities. We have lots of fun, but you can also use images or whatever works for you. And it shows that if they decide to join our team, they can be part of this fun and be part of this bigger impact that we are making as well. So, for example, I'm going to show you a little video here that is just myself and my team. We put it together to showcase the contents of the starter kit. So again, I'm making a post about this is what's included in the starter kit. Meet some of my fun team members to see how we like to showcase the products. Fun, right? It's fun. So you might be thinking, okay, wait, I don't have a team yet. So how do I do that without my team? So that's not a problem. Honestly, just connect with any friends you've made through Norwex, whether they're on your grader team or whether you've met them at conferences or things like that. And just suggest doing a video together like that. You don't have to have your own team to make these types of videos. I'm going to show you now a fun little TikTok video as well that my team and I made just to answer some of the most frequently asked questions again. And I usually post this video when I'm introducing the Ask Me About My Job game. So this is the video that goes along with the post.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep.
So a little technical glitch there, but that's all good. You guys get the idea of what happens in that fun video. So again, short, sweet, and fun, right? And then finally, the last thing I post in my parties is that I post just a starter kit flyer. Again, one more time, it's to capture those people who are very visual learners. It shows everything that they get in that starter kit for $9.99. So it's just a nice image to remind people of what's included. So in terms of takeaways from this section, you're going to share your why. You want to make sure that you're sharing your why and focusing on what Norwex has brought you specifically and why you continue to do this. You're going to drop seeds during your party. So talking about the starter kit products, the 3 ways to get them up. Make a joke if something goes wrong, right? No interview with Norwex. You're going to build relationships. So focus on how you're building relationships within Norwex, whether it's your team, whether it's whatever. Build relationships with your customers. As you're doing the checkout. So you're going to complement their purchases. You're going to offer information about the sign-up opportunity, and then you're going to do the follow-up with them. And you're going to stay connected to them throughout the entire party. So continue to play the Ask Me About My Job game. Introduce your team so you can talk about those great relationships that you built and share that starter kit flyer. So now we're going to talk about your VIP group and how you can be intentionally focusing on team building within that VIP group. So there's 3 things that I make sure that I do regularly in my VIP group to promote team building. Number 1, constantly share the many gifts that Norwex has offered to you and cater to the entire gamut of reasons of why people join Norwex. So again, it could be posts about the flexibility that this job gives you. It could be posts about what you're saving for with the money that you're earning through Norwex. It could be posts about the friendships that you formed. It could be posts about the free product that you get just for doing your job. And the other thing I tell my team is don't be afraid to post screenshots or compliments that people have given to you as a result of working with you, right? So testimonies that people say about the relationships they've built with you or how much fun it's been to work with you, because people have a desire to make other people's lives better. And this feeds into that desire that people have, and they're really making a difference in people's lives. So I tell people post those. So here's 2 different examples that I've done in my VIP group. Again, I focus on the flexibility a lot. I love that, especially with myself and my 3 young kids. So this is my little 3-year-old, and he just decided to lay on my computer one day. So I took a quick picture. I said, guess it's break time. Thankfully, this is the only boss I need to report to. Done. Posted, done. And then the next one is my daughter doing an online dance class. And I was there working away and she was dancing away. So I just took a picture and said, when your job is as flexible as your child, you don't have to miss out on anything. Join me so you too can be there for all the moments that matter. But again, you're going to focus on all the different reasons of why people join Norwex. Number two, the second thing I like to do in my VIP group is I like to highlight my team. So again, I like to share their stories because my story is that Norwex is now my full-time job. This is all I do and I love it and it's so great. But then there's going to be people out there that they're like, I love my job. I want to quit my job. I don't want this to be my full-time job. And I don't want to make them feel that they can't do it because they don't want to give up their full-time job. So I want to feed off of other people's experiences of what Norwex has done for them. And then that way, other people can see, oh, well, if they're fitting Norwex into their life with their full-time job, then I can fit it into my life too. So what I like to do is I like to share little profiles of my team members. So I ask them just to send a photo of themselves with a little write-up about what Norwex has brought for them, why they continue doing it, what they enjoy about it, and I share that. So again, if you don't have team members, don't worry. Talk to your friends. Get your other Norwex friends and find out what their why is and how they incorporate Norwex in their life and make up profiles. So this is an example of Loretta on my team. So she's a nurse and a part-time Norwex consultant. So I just asked her to give me a little blurb and I put it together. So she wrote, I'm a nurse. I've been a long-term care and community nurse for 34 years. This body can no longer work full-time. So I chose to find something economical and fun to bring in a bit of extra money. Norwex is a no-brainer. Amazing products that are earth-friendly, a super discount for me, and 35% on any sales. This month, I was able to buy my grandson a bike he wanted for his 8th birthday. Now I'm working on an outdoor living set for our camper. And then the next one is Victoria. So meet Victoria. I'm a child care provider. I've been working from home about 5 years to be able to be with my daughter. Not only has Norwex made me more confident in having a clean home for the little ones in my care, it has given me the opportunity to have adult interaction and conversation with the new people I meet. You can only communicate and toddler for so long. And this year, Norwex has given me the opportunity to reduce my working hours and allow me to focus on myself and spend more time with my family. So I absolutely love these profiles because I get to focus on the other people on my team and just try and see how, you know, all the customers in my VIP group could maybe see themselves doing this job as well. And then last but not least, number 3, I show how much fun we have on our team and how a big part of our team is building the relationship and building the community within the team while being a consultant. So we love making videos on our team. We make these TikTok videos, as you saw the one, because they're fun, they're short, and they don't take a lot of work at all to make. So it creates a sense of bonding on your team. People like to see themselves being featured as well. So that's fun. It shows how we create a family and it's more than just us all working independently. We're all doing this together. And it shows that if these people wanted to join us, they would be part of this as well. It also shows that there's support available and collaboration. So if they join, they're not going to be on their own. They're going to be with us. Again, if you don't have a team yourself, don't worry about it. Connect with your friends that are part of Norwex, and you can just emphasize all the amazing relationships that you have built since you started your business. So again, you're going to make different videos that cater to all the reasons why people join Norwex. You're going to keep them short and sweet. So again, I like the TikToks because they're 15 seconds. And as a result, I can post them to my Instagram stories and I can post to my Facebook stories. And then I am not only reaching people within my VIP group, I'm reaching people within my entire network. And then they are getting an idea of what we do in Norwex, how much fun we have, the relationships, and they learn about the products. So here's 2 videos that my team and I made that, again, just focus on the relationship aspect and how we are such good friends and things like that while we're doing this business together.
And they knew that it was much more than that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch.
And there's one more.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
So we love them. We love seeing everyone in their own environments. They're easy to make. Like my team is spread out all over Canada. So it's nice. People just send their quick little clips I take a few minutes, compile it, and boom, it's done. So we absolutely love these little videos. And in terms of working smarter, not harder, I like to save time with being intentional about posting these things in various places. So all the posts I do, the videos I do, they get posted in my parties, on social media, so my personal social media accounts, in opportunity events that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, and on our team page. So they're the same thing is being repurposed in lots of different areas. So again, your takeaway notes here, constantly share the mini gifts that Norwex is giving you on your VIP group. Highlight your team. Their stories might be more relatable than yours. Show how you have fun and build relationships together. We like to use videos. You might want to use images. It's entirely up to you and what works for you. And recycle your posts. So post to your parties, your social media, your team page, the opportunity events. Use them in all different areas. And then last but most certainly not least is talking about how we can create a team building culture on your team. So regardless of the reasons of why people join Norwex, everyone on our team is encouraged to do a launch party. So again, we share that if people join with no intentions of growing their business, like how I joined, they should still be wanting to share with their closest friends and family about Norwex. So there's nothing worse than you sitting over here using your window cloth and EnviroCloth and cleaning with water and letting your best friend use harsh chemicals, right? So I tell people, share with your closest friends and family. While you're doing that, you're going to be earning these amazing choice reward points that you can use to grab all these great gifts. Also, you'll be working towards earning your kit for free in the process. So that's always our goal, is to help people earn as many choice rewards points as possible and to earn their kits for free. At that point, they have gotten their feet wet with Norwex and they can decide that if it's a good fit for them and their family. If not, they've lost nothing, they've introduced their network, and if so, then we've just helped to support them to start off on something really big and impactful for them and their families. So there's 5 main things that I focus on specifically when creating a team building culture on my team. Number 1, I like to meet my entire team as much as possible as soon as they join. So I like to start them off on the right foot by setting the tone about welcome to our team. You've just joined an amazing group of people. So every single Monday night at 8 o'clock, I do a new consultant welcome call. It gives the team a chance to meet each other. So I get to meet them. We do it on Zoom. I get to meet them. They get to meet me. It's lovely to just have that, hello, this is who we are. They get into the mindset of this is what we do. As soon as you sign somebody up, you invite them to the Monday night call, and we get off going on our launch party. So it's really, really nice. So it's just, this is what we do, regardless of your plans. Monday night call, come meet Megan. She'll say hi. She'll share her story. And then we're going to get into some training. So I also ask the leaders, so the people who sign them up, I ask them to attend the call as well. That's 1, to support their new consultant, and 2, so that they can get the training as well. So then they know that, okay, we've signed that person up, and this is what we do to train them. We take them to the resource, and this is all the things that we do. So it's a training thing and a support thing for them and their new team member. So what I'm doing is I'm training only on the launch party. The goal is not to overwhelm people. I just want to focus on that initial launch party with them. So I show them, I share my screen. I show them where to set up their finances so that they can get paid. I show them where to click to input their first party. And then we go straight to the resource. Norwex has done such an amazing job providing all the training tools we need. It's really just up to us to show them where to go so that they can access all of these amazing resources. So we go to the resource. Here's where you can find, I say this is where you can find all of these amazing things. Number 1, the place I show them first and foremost is the tech tips section. So this is amazing because so often people join your team. They've never created a Facebook group, let alone you encouraging them to create a VIP group. They've never set up a party. So this is amazing because it's got all these amazing Facebook tips and how-tos and consultant tips and videos for everything. And they're short videos, which is so nice. So it's just an amazing place. I want to make sure everybody knows about this tech tips resource, and that's where I take them to first. And we just go through all the other amazing training together. And again, the goal is not to overwhelm them. The other thing I really reinforce during these calls is that when they have questions, to go to the person that they joined under. So this is for two reasons. Number one, it's so that we don't get overwhelmed by a ton of questions from the entire team. And number two, so that it empowers our leaders. So people recruited people for a reason. They obviously have some interest in team building. So therefore, I want them to be the ones that are approached by their new team members first and foremost. It gives them a chance to learn. And if they don't know the questions, I say both of you come to the next person in your upline and then keep coming up until you get that answer. And that is how you guys are going to learn, and you're going to be prepared to answer the next question, answer the next time that question comes up again. But absolutely hammer that point home all the time, because I want to make sure my leaders feel empowered and not skipped over. This also gives people the permission, this Monday night training, to grow a team. So they might feel like, oh, wow, okay, I feel confident and ready to grow a team, even though I'm relatively new, because I know Megan's going to do her Monday night calls. I know we've got this amazing resource party, and then I know that we're going to have access to these mega parties. So that leads me to number two, main thing that I do when I'm focusing on this team building culture, is that I host mega parties every single month for my entire team. Now, this concept of the mega party is definitely not my idea. It was Melissa Reynolds' idea. She created amazing, brilliant training on it. I've just implemented it, and it works like a charm. So what it is the mega party is that I do the party, but I invite my team to invite their guests. So my team is attending. They're getting the training from my party. They're seeing a party from start to finish. They're seeing all the demos. They're hearing all the verbiage. They're seeing exactly what I do. And then at the end of the party, their friends are going back to them to submit their orders. So this helps them to get their choice reward points so they can redeem them for amazing gifts. And then it also is helping them to earn their kit for free. Ideally, they'll get a booking or two to help them continue to launch their business. And at the same time, I have invited my VIP group as well. So I am not only training my team, but I'm also getting some sales as well. So I love the mega parties. They're phenomenal. Number three, the other thing you do is you want to focus your efforts on the people who are ready to grow and build their businesses. So some people have enormous teams, and there's no way that you can focus on every single person, but what you can do is offer to personally mentor and coach those who are ready to elevate to the next level. So I tell people that I have the ability to coach 10 people, just 10 people. And if they're ready to elevate their business to the next level, I'm ready to help them get there. So what I've done in the past is that I've created a coaching mentorship group, a group chat on Facebook Messenger. And I choose the chat because I feel a lot of people are already in quite a few groups, and I like the real-time communication that you have within the chat group. So what I love to do most is that I can use my Facebook Messenger when I am sending voice notes to my personal customers, my personal potential hostesses, my personal potential new team members, and I can use the forward function to forward that exact voice note into my group training chat. And then they can hear exactly what I'm doing in terms of the verbiage I'm using, the information I'm sharing, that they can then later replicate onto their potential new team members, potential hostesses, and customers. So it's an amazing training tool for that. It also creates a sense of bonding and accountability within the group. You give them tangible tasks to do. So it might be just like, create your Frankie list from a recruiting perspective and post it. You've got until tomorrow night at 9 o'clock to get that done. We want to see it. The other thing we like to do is I created a Zoom meeting for them. So everyone who is part of this group chat that was ready to elevate their to the next level, we had 4 weekly Zoom chats. In these Zoom chats, we talked about goals, bookings, team building, follow-up, and onboarding new consultants. And where I got all this training information is again from Norwex. So there's the coaching guide for developing team coordinators. So where you can find that is on the resource again. So you go into training and then leadership, tools and webinars, and in there is the coaching guide for developing team coordinators. So we just followed that for 4 weeks. And it's a lovely experience. It creates this really great bonding dynamic. And even though our 4-week program is up, people still use that chat to get updates and to communicate and all this great stuff. Number 4 of what I usually do on my team to create that continuous team building culture is I host monthly opportunity sessions. So what these are this is what you can do as a leader to help your consultants to grow their own teams. So what it is just a group on Facebook that I go live on the night of the actual opportunity event, and I share about the amazing incentives that are happening that month for team building specifically. And I share, again, those TikTok videos that I made, the starter kit video that we made, all these great things so that they can get an idea of what kind of team they're entering if they choose to enter. So this, again, just gives people the idea of it takes off the pressure from people who might not be comfortable yet talking about the team, or they don't know about recruiting, or they don't know what they should be saying. So it gives my team members the opportunity to be trained on what I say to people, what I provide to people. And then I always do a draw during this session. And in order for them to get into the draw, the participants who have been invited there, they need to fill out a survey. So I post this survey at the end of my session, and people have to fill out this survey in order to get into the draw. And it's a very simple, quick, and easy survey. And at the end of the survey, when I've received the results, it's a Google form. At the end of the survey, when I've received the results, I just screenshot it and I send it off to the consultant who invited that customer there that night. And I say, you follow up with them, or I coach them. If they've, put in, on the next page, you'll see that there's a bar about how close they are to wanting to sign up. If they are, out of 5, or they tell us about what's holding them back, I will coach my current team member to be like, this is how we can explain this. This is how we can deal with this, and kind of probe a little further, or maybe it's not the right time yet. But it's a great training tool as well to use. So these opportunity sessions are amazing because it sets the tone for the feel of our team, and we have all the support available, and look at all these great cheerleaders you'll have with you, and that we are really one big high energy team. Number 5, last but most certainly not least, is you want to celebrate this amazing team that you have. So you want the team to see each other thriving and see each other growing and reaching milestones. So throughout the month, I think it's very important to keep posting to congratulate other people's successes. So whether it's, people who earn their choice reward points, and congratulations, you were the highest choice reward point earner this month, or whether they qualified and got their kits for free, or whether they promoted. People like to be recognized no matter what they are doing in their business. And then that makes other people get excited as well, because excitement is contagious, and they'll be like, you got what with those choice reward points? Well, I want to get more points so I can get that too. So it just creates this amazing culture and excitement on your team when people are celebrated. And then you'll find that people just start posting themselves. Look what I just got. Look what just arrived. Such an exciting day. And it just creates this really exciting energy. And we are able to congratulate people for all their hard work. So absolutely make sure that people are being recognized. But in the same sense, you want to make sure that everyone is being recognized for what is important and what they are proud of. So in addition to doing your top sales, your top team builders, your top choice reward point earners, you want to make sure that you are celebrating everyone's success and what they define success as. So how do we know that, right? The last week of every single month, I ask my team to share with me something that they are proud of, whether it's the fact that they sold their first mop, or they had their first $1,000 party, or they promoted, or they had a $10,000 month. Regardless of what it is, I want you guys to send me a picture of yourself or a little video clip holding up something that you're proud of so that we can celebrate you as well. So I want to show you a quick video then I put it together into a video because, again, our team, we love videos. So I put it together in the team video, and then I release it with my monthly recognition on the 1st or the 2nd of the month. So here it is. I just love that video. I love seeing all the team members, and I love that, you know, you see different names in these videos and what people are proud of. It just makes everyone feel very happy and very appreciated and very seen on our team, which is exactly what we want. So in terms of takeaway points from this section is number one, to meet your entire team as much as you can with the new consultant welcome calls. I think that's so important to just start off the team on that relationship building point. Number two, host monthly mega parties and info sessions, the opportunity info sessions for the entire team to help do with training and then give people the information that they need to know as well. Number three, to work with those people who want to elevate your business. Up it at 10 people so that you know that those people are really motivated. Number four, do the monthly recognition videos or whatever works for you. It's not just about the top achievers, it's about the entire team. So I want to thank you guys so much for all of your attention that you've given me during this workshop. I know I covered a lot of information here, but hopefully you've gained some great ideas of ways that you can implement intentional team building into your business in a way that's fun and natural for you specifically. Thanks again.
Megan, this was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your time, your passion, and success tips with our Norwex family. I have the pleasure and the privilege of working with you, and yet I still learn something every time we connect. So thank you so much. And when I look at my notes, it's hard for me to only get my top 3 takeaways. I feel like there's so many things and good points that I will take away from this. But when I look at my notes, like my number 1 takeaway would probably be, how you stay connected and you build your relationship and you drop your seeds. So that would probably be my first takeaway. And my second one is, I love how you highlight your team and that you're having so much fun with it as well. And you're being so creative. So that would be, my second takeaway. And last but not least, I absolutely loved when you talked about how you recycle your posts. I think it's really, really, really smart to, make a post and then use it in your parties and social media, on your team page, and in your VIP groups. So those would be my top 3 takeaways. Obviously, we have a lot of questions for you. We're only going to be able to answer some of these questions, but let's just get down to it. Are you ready to answer the questions that we had? Some of the questions, the most popular questions we had in the chat.
So ready. Let's do it.
Perfect. So first of all, we have a lot of people who are asking, how do you go about making your videos?
Right. So you can use whatever video platform you're comfortable with, whether you're already on TikTok using that, that's a great option. Whether you use other video editing, it really doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. So I want to make it clear to people, I have no background in video editing. I am not a TikTok expert by any means. I actually joined TikTok just to make these videos. So anyone can do it. You will not break the app. Just play around with it. And do all the things like that you would just learn if you're interested in anything, right? So how I do it specifically is I give my team the vision. So I tell them, okay, this is what I'm thinking. I actually often send little clips of what I want them to do too. So I'm like, if you can look this way and look this way, and then look this way and then wave. Like I give them the instruction. I put a call out. Top 10, the first 7 people to respond to me get to be in this TikTok video. Who wants to be in? And that's how we kind of choose who gets to be in it. Then I ask everyone to just send me a clip. And then I put it together in either TikTok or whatever other video editing platform I'm using. And that way I can focus that making sure all the transitions are good, apply a filter to make it look all even. And that's it. But honestly, it's just playing around with it and having fun.
That's fantastic. We also have a question. Somebody asked, how often do you post in your VIP group, team page, and all of your, like, how often do you do it?
So it totally depends. Honestly, like it's going to look very different for someone like myself who's been doing this for 6 years and someone who's just gotten started. So when I first got started, I wasn't posting as frequently. I didn't have the content. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. So if you're brand new, go easy on yourself. You'll get into a routine and a comfort level as you go. For my VIP group, I post maybe 2, maximum 3 a day. And my team page we are posting a little bit more just because there's lots going on. So we're always doing recognition and we're always, this is going on and this is going on, this is going on. So I tell people, set your notifications for our team page for all, and then just to take from it what resonates with you and what works for you. But honestly, I don't really have a system. It's just kind of like whatever's going on in my life that day. If my kids are being crazy and something happens, boom, I'll take a picture and I'll post it. So I just say, like, work with the flow of life for the VIP and be real, because that's what's going to resonate with people.
Thank you for that. We do have a lot of consultants and a lot of brand new consultants with us today. And so one of the questions that came back often is that, you know, if you're new and you don't already have a system in place and you haven't done a lot of parties, like, where would you recommend they start? What should they start with?
In terms of team building?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in terms of team, I would say, number one, your Frankie list. So if you're like, okay, I want a team build, I'm going to be intentional about this, grab that Frankie list and look at it from a recruiting lens. So which one of my friends is well connected or has that great personality that everyone gravitates to? Who do I know in my network that doesn't like chemicals, wants to have a greener earth for themselves, their kids? And focus in on looking at your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, friends connection from that frame of mind where you're like, I want them to be on my team, and approach them. Tell them exactly that. I have this amazing opportunity. I'm in love with my job. I'm in love with this company. Would you like to hear a little bit more information of why I think it would be a great fit for you as well? That's it. And just offer that to them. And then of course, bookings, right? You need to make sure that you have a full calendar, because that is where you're meeting people. If you don't do parties and don't have bookings, it's a lot harder to grow your team. So focus your business always on bookings, to make those contacts, to reach out to those people, and to offer the opportunity at all times.
Perfect. That's absolutely fantastic. Another question that we have is, do you have a personal chat in an online party? Like, how do you communicate with them? Like, how do you make sure that they all get your private messages?
Right. So this is hard, right? Because if you're not friends with that person and you send them a private message, it often goes to their message request that a lot of people don't know where to look for those. So I put it on my hostess. So I send my hostess a message. I just got an order from Susan. Can you please link me in a 3-way chat with Susan? So my chat box then becomes my hostess, her friend Susan, and myself. And oftentimes my hostess will be like, Susan, Megan just wanted to give you a quick thank you for that order. And then I jump in. Thank you so much. And that's when I start my 3-point checkout.
I love how you really team up with your hostesses to maximize your parties. So that's wonderful. Some people wanted to know, do you have any tips for getting people to actually engage and ask questions on the Ask Me About My Job game?
Yeah. So again, if they're not drawn enough by the little video or the draw, the fact that I say, you know, we need to have this many people to do a draw, I will get my hostesses involved, and I'll be like, guys, can you start asking some questions, and can you tag people and just say, hey, Sherry, there's a draw, you can win a $20 shopping spree. And then sometimes people need that extra push just to have that tag, and then oftentimes the questions start.
Perfect. We have also people who would like to know, do you keep your team in your VIP group and tag them on the team story post that you do, or how do you manage that?
Right. So I leave it up to my team. A lot of my team are past hostesses or past customers, so they're already in there. So I feel for me, I know everyone has a very different opinion on all these things, but for me, I like keeping my team in my VIP group. I think if it gives them a chance to learn and a chance to see how I model my business or how I run my business, then they can model that as well. So this is what works for me. This is what I do. If you guys can learn, and I do offer that if they would like to use some of the posts, they're more than welcome to, but I do ask that they change up the verbiage. So when I'm posting these videos or using content that they're in, I don't tag them. Oftentimes they'll see it and they'll respond and they'll say, I love this team or something, which I think is fantastic, but I don't go out of my way to tag them in that.
Okay, and you said that you mentioned that you asked them to change the verbiage. Like, why would you do that?
Yes, because I don't want either of us to end up in Facebook jail from copying and pasting, and I want it to feel authentic coming from them, right? So I'm a very energetic and expressive person. I use a lot of exclamation marks, a lot of emojis, a lot of, you gotta see this. Not everyone's like that. So if somebody then replicates a message similar to that, it might appear phony, or their network might kind of like, that doesn't always, it's not consistent with who they are all the time. So I like them to be them.
Perfect, love that. Somebody asked, do you post testimonial during a party, or are they in your VIP group permanently?
I post them everywhere. So I post them, I do share a couple in my party as well. The day after my live party, I'll put up a couple, but I post them in my VIP group as well, and I post them to my stories. So again, like to my Facebook stories, my Instagram stories, so that people can see other people in the business. It's not just me. It can be for anyone of any different walk of life. So it's always in my VIP groups. I'm always kind of featuring new people, and then I throw a couple into each party as well.
That's right. And it goes back to what you were saying during the workshop, where you recycle your posts. So, I mean, you're doing the work once and then you use it over and over in all your different facet of your business. So I absolutely love that. That was one of my takeaways.
Yeah, and I posted to our team page too, because I want our team to get to know each other, right? It's a little bit hard sometimes with everyone being all over Canada. So now we get to really get to know each other, and it makes for such a nice environment.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we have time for our last question, Megan, for today. Somebody was asking, do you change the mega party? Because you were saying that you host a mega party every month. So somebody wanted to know, like, are you changing that mega party every month, or do you do the same every month?
I keep it pretty consistent to how I'm running my current parties that month. So obviously every single month I change up during my live what products I'm going to talk about based on what's in the hostess rewards or the new products that came out, or for whatever's going on. And same with my pre-posts and my post-party posts. So I try to keep it consistent to my actual party, but that being said, it does vary from month to month because I do switch up my parties a little bit every month. So I think it's still great because it's a great way for them to learn how I'm doing my parties that month. So yeah, but it's my mega party is identical to how I run my actual parties as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again, Megan. Like, we promised you an impactful workshop today, and I know you all agree that Megan delivered 100%.
Thank you so
much. You're welcome. I would like to, for all of you to remember that you'll soon have access to today's recording and all the slides and notes. Please, please, please be respectful of Megan and her time by directing any additional questions you may have to your leader or your regional sales manager. So thank you again, Megan, and we hope that the rest of your day is as amazing as this hour has been, and we look forward to watching you rise.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.